Welcome to Lesson 193, EFT Tapping Through the Course in Miracles workbook. You can watch Lesson 1 if you want to know what this is all about. So Lesson 193, we are moving along, still in some, longer, pretty dense lessons. So let's give ourselves a chance to settle in here. The topic is all things are lessons God would have me learn. Let's go to the side of the hand and let's repeat after me. Even though I have seen the world incorrectly, I choose to honor and accept myself. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Even though I did not realize that there was one central lesson in all situations, I choose to have compassion for myself. And even though I might resist the idea that all situations in life come down to forgiveness, I choose to honor and accept myself and my process, and open my mind to today's lesson. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Okay, and let's go through the points now. Repeating after me. God does not know of learning, yet his will extends to what he does not understand, in that he wills the happiness his Son inherited of him be undisturbed, eternally expanding in the joy of full creation. His will provides the means to guarantee that it is done. God sees no contradictions, yet his Son believes he sees them. Thus, he has a need for one who can correct his erring sight and give him vision that will lead him back to where perception ceases. And I choose to ask for this correction, letting go of anything holding on to my current way of seeing. These are the lessons God would have you learn. Each lesson has a central thought, the same in all of them. The form alone is changed with different circumstances and events. They are the same in fundamental content. It is this: forgive, and you will see this differently. And I choose to forgive and see things differently. Allowing myself to really absorb this idea that apparently every moment comes down to this lesson. All distress does not appear to be but unforgiveness. Yet that is the content underneath the form. It is this sameness which makes learning sure. Because the lesson is so simple that it cannot be rejected in the end. Forgive, and you will see this differently. I choose to remember to forgive. I choose to allow myself to see differently. These are the words the Holy Spirit speaks in all your tribulations. All your pain, all suffering regardless of its form. By which salvation comes to all the world. These are words which give you power. Power over all events that seem to have been given power over you. You see them rightly when you hold these words in full awareness. And do not forget these words apply to everything you see, or any brother looks upon amiss. I choose to forgive and see this differently. I choose to remember this in every moment I encounter. And this lesson gives a useful question to ask, to see if we need to forgive. Does pain seem real in the perception? If it does, be sure the lesson is not learned. And there remains an unforgiveness hiding in the mind. God would not have you suffer thus. I choose to release all the hidden unforgiveness, to allow myself to uncover it. All things are lessons God would have you learn. He would not leave an unforgiving thought without correction. I choose to welcome this correction, to forgive and to ask for guidance. We will attempt today to overcome 1,000 seeming obstacles to peace. Let mercy come to you more quickly. Morning and night, devote what time you can to serve its proper aim. Give all you can, and give a little more. Let us give them all to Him who knows the way to look upon them so that they will disappear. Okay, now just listen, keep tapping, take in these words. Each hour, spend a little time today and in the days to come in practicing the lesson in forgiveness in the form established for the day. And try to give it application to the happenings the hour brought, so that the next one is free of the one before. The chains of time are easily unloosened this way. Let no 1 hour cast its shadow on the one that follows. And when that one goes, let everything that happened in its course go with it. Thus you will remain unbound, in peace eternal in the world of time. This is the lesson God would have you learn. There is a way to look on everything that lets it be to you another step to Him and to salvation of the world. To all that speaks of terror, answer thus. And now repeat after me one more time. I will forgive, and this will disappear. And just keep tapping as we listen to the last section here. To every apprehension, every care, and every form of suffering, repeat these self-same words. And then you hold the key that opens heaven's gate and brings the love of God, the Father, down to earth at last, to raise it up to heaven. God will take this final step Himself. Do not deny the little steps He asks you to take to Him. And let's just repeat the lesson one more time while tapping. All things are lessons God would have me learn. Okay, take a breath. I know that was a little longer one. There was a lot in that and a lot to digest. It's really, in some ways, kind of the key as I see it. It's like this is the answer to every single moment, or to at least every moment of distress. Forgive, and you will see this differently, and really a formula laid out to, okay, if we were to take each hour and use it as an opportunity to forgive in the way the Course teaches forgiveness, to forgive what happened in the previous hours so that we do not carry it with us into the next. It's not surprising why it says in one day today we can do, I think it's at 1,000 years worth of work. So I hope you find it inspiring. Hope it helps you remember those key words with the tapping, forgive, and I will see this differently. Remember it, forgive, and you will see this differently. Keep using it today. I look forward to seeing you on the next lesson. All right, take care.